Okay, here's a difficult question that a lot of people ask about. Speaking in IELTS, Part 2, the planning stage. If you've ever done an IELTS exam or a mock IELTS exam, you'll know how nerve-wracking this can be. The examiner gives you a card with the topic on, gives you a piece of paper and pen, and says, you can start talking in 1 minute. What will I do now? What will I do now? Hi, my name's Raymond Connors. I'm an IELTS specialist coach. For the last 25 years, I've helped thousands of students achieve their goals in IELTS. So what I have to tell you is valuable information. Please pay attention. Okay, time-wise, you'll have 1 minute to prepare your talk. If you ignore this time, you will fail. You'll get a very, very low score. But if you use it wisely, you will score extremely well. After you've prepared for 1 minute, you have up to 2 minutes to deliver your talk. I'm going to tell you about the preparation stage, not the talking stage right now. We'll cover that later and another time. So you will be given a card. You read what's on the card, and your time starts immediately. The examiner will hand you a card with a topic on it. You must use the next 60 seconds to make a mind map of what you will speak about. How you prepare your speech in that 1 minute will determine how well you are scored on your talk. This step is very important for your success. Very important. I cannot stress that too much. Let's take a typical IELTS Part 2 question and see what we must do in the preparation stage to be successful. Here it is. You get your card. Describe a place you have lived in that you particularly like. You should say when you lived there, why you lived there, who you lived with, what was most memorable about this place, and explain why you liked it so much. Pen, paper, start planning. Okay, now, how many parts do I need to talk about? Most people will say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you said there are 4 things I must talk about, I'm sorry, you are wrong. You will score quite lowly. There are 6 steps. If the question mentions 4 things, there are 6 steps to the plan. Here they are. 1. Restate the question so the examiner knows you understand the task. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Talk about the things mentioned in the question. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And step number 6, indicate that you have finished. That's it. Simple, isn't it? So let's have a look at how I might write my mind map in a 1 minute that I've got. First of all, I have a look at this, and I know I'm going to start off by saying, I want to tell you about, or I will talk about. Let me tell you about a place that I liked when I was a child. Okay. Next step, I'm going to talk about the place. What is this place? And then, who I lived there with. Okay. When I lived there, because that's what we need to put in the question, isn't it? And what was memorable about this place? And why did I like it? Okay, so you can see that I have covered the bits in here, and I'm going to put an end to it too, later, a finish to it. Now, if I just talked about those things without any further notes, it would be pretty boring talk. So, now that I have a little bit of time, I'm going to start adding bits to the place. What country was it? What is its location? Where was it? When? In my childhood. Don't have to talk about years, it's not necessary. When I went to school at that time. Who did I live there with? My parents. Say a little bit about my parents. They're retired. Might want to talk about your brother. You lived there with your brother as well. And he's now an engineer. Okay, of course you can say all these things. Make your talk much more interesting. And what was memorable about it? Oh, in my case, I would say it had a long staircase. The house had a long staircase. I remember that very well because I was afraid I would fall down the staircase. There was also a swing outside that my father made for me. And My sister and I, we used to play on that swing quite a lot. Okay, you see how this is developing? Why did you like it? I played with my friends and I had some very, very happy memories from this time. Okay, very good. And then we finish it off by saying something like, that's my little story about a place I really liked living in. Thanks for listening. We don't just say, I'm finished. Thank you, teacher. No. We make it sound much more conversational. So there it is. That's it. As you answer the question, you simply read the steps from your mind map. It's that simple. And that is yet another quick IELTS tip to help you succeed in your IELTS plan. Compliments of the IELTS Terminator. Thanks for watching. Good luck.